Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our 2021 senior night presentation. Our lone senior this year for the Wolverines is Tyler Green. He has been a tremendous leader for this young team, this young group. He has done a tremendous job with such a young cast of players to play with. Tyler's been a 3-year varsity member of this basketball team. He's also been a 3-year member of the soccer team, as well as a 2-year member of the baseball team. He's been a youth soccer coach, as well as a youth official. He's been a volunteer for our St. Mary's Food Pantry. And at this present time, his college choice is still undecided. Escorted by his parents, Jeff and Katie, here is Tyler Green.
Welcome, ECC basketball fans, to Griswold High School tonight. Tonight, doing your call. I'm Ryan Pillow doing your play-by-play. Beside me is AJ Hamill doing your color. And the two of us are very excited to make way on round 1 of this ECC tournament. We have the Griswold Wolverines playing against the Windham Whippets at Griswold High School. It's going to be a fun one.
It's definitely going to be a fun one. These teams are 1-1 against each other coming into this competition. Griswold's 1-1, Windham's 1-1. It's going to be a great game to watch.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the game Griswold won was indeed at home.
It was indeed at home.
Both teams made the effort of taking a dub at their home court. So I'm sure Griswold is amped up and ready to make it a second. However, these teams, like history has said, are evenly matched, so it's definitely going to be a good game. It's going to be a lot of fight. It's win or go home. So this is one of these teams' last game of the season.
Definitely.
And also, before the game starts, AJ and I just want to recognize the lone senior, Tyler Green, and all he's done for the season as a leader. He was honored in the clip you saw before us. It'll be shown again at halftime, but big Tyler Green, number 44. He's done a lot. Now we will leave the starting.
Greetings from Wolverine!
Starting 5 to E-Dog.
Turn down a little bit. Tonight's game is between the Windham Whippets and your hometown, Griswold Wolverines. Tonight's a special game because it's a senior night / ECC playoff game. And now the starting lineups for the visiting Windham Whippets. Forward, number 21, Anthony Green. Guard, number 22, Victor Meha. Forward, number 23, Isaiah Mingwall. Guard, number 10, Jaden Villafan. And finally, guard, number 3, Devin Marquez. The head coach is Paul Martineau, assisted by Luke Gilda and Mark Robinshaw. Very good. And now, the starting lineup for the hometown Griswold Wolverines. Center, number 44, Tyler Green. Guard, number 11, Evan Merchant. Guard, number 10, Gavin D'Amico. Guard, number 2, Jacob Strain. And finally, guard, number 1, Lucas Strain. Easy lineup for me. Head coach is Rob Molesky, assisted by Josh Adamek. And now, everybody rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. National anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And good luck to both teams
A
tonight.
nice evening to play some basketball, and a nice evening to listen to the Star Spangled Banner. You know, I think this is my first game actually with daylight savings. I do love it. Maybe when we get out of here, the sun will still be out.
Hopefully.
Or who knows, maybe we'll have
Snow.
snow. Oh gosh.
You never know in New England.
You're right. I'm praying. I'm praying. Keep it warm. Tyler Green and Anthony Green going for the tip-off. Griswold wins the tip, and the game is underway. Lucas Strain. Rockets pass to Jacob. Takes him on the key. Green. Strain. Merchant working his magic. D'Amico back onto the key. The Griswold offense taking their time. A lot of ball movement. Merchant back on the key. Some good defense by the Whippets. And a clean block. That's Nia with block. Marquez driving. Nice pass. And the shot doesn't go. Rebound, Griswold. Both teams missing their first shot of the night. Nice pass to the big fellow who kicks it out to Merchant. Back to Strain. Back to Strain. To Merchant. Some great ball movement. Merchant takes a three. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, Windham. It's Meiha with his second good defensive play of the night. Good defense by Griswold. Windham trying to work the ball on the key. A deep three. Won't fall. Offensive rebound by the Whippets. And that's going to be called, I believe, on the floor.
Looks like on the floor.
It's going to be Windham ball. Marquez will be inbounding the ball for the Whippets. And you know, the Wolverines and the Whippets, two division rivals, they're always going at it, it seems.
It's always a fun game.
It really is. Villafane can't get his layup to fall. Winds up in the hands of the Wolverines. Green goes up. His shot doesn't go, and they're going to call it a travel. Still no points up almost 2 minutes into this game. Griswold's playing the trap. Trying to get a trap off the press. They leave the big fella back. They do get the trap that they've been looking for. And they force a timeout by the Whippets.
That's exactly what a trap is supposed to do. I mean, that could not have gone more perfect.
That is what Coach Mileski is asking from the boys. He wants the full court press. Hopefully it winds up in a trap. And there you go, force a timeout. Still no points on the board. I mean, this is definitely a defensive battle so far. Hopefully one of the teams can get rolling. We want to see a barrage of threes.
Most people who watch sports games don't necessarily get the same enjoyment out of a defensive game as we do.
Certainly. I mean, unless I hate to reference Patriot Super Bowls, which I seem to do so often, but
well, it's hard not to. There's a lot of them.
You are correct. Patriots Rams. I mean, that was a low-scoring game, but it was a defensive battle. Windham will inbound the ball. Open man, mid-range, and they're going to call that dead. Another travel. Lots of turnovers tonight. Anthony Green just thought he had his footing. Lucas Strain takes the ball up the court. Good screen by Green. D'Amico takes a three. It won't fall. Rebound goes into the hands of Griswold. Merchant. His layup won't fall, and they're going to call, I believe, possibly an over the back. That's going to be Windham's ball nonetheless. Meiha is going to inbound that. Hits it to Marquez. A Hail Mary pass, but some great defense by the Wolverines.
Goodness.
Tyler Green. That sounded like a watermelon getting slashed on the floor. And it's going to be a jump ball.
Tyler Green continues to use his height for what it's supposed to be used for.
I mean, I'm looking at the court right now, and he's got about 2 inches on the next guy with him. So, it's definitely gonna have a field night tonight. Windham able to get the ball into the hands of Marquez, who drives and gets tripped up. They're gonna call it a blocking foul. That is Lucas Strain's first. Marquez will inbound the ball yet again for the Whippets. Trying to find Villafane. He does. Some good defense by Lucas Strain, but Villafane's able to get past. Tyler Green with the rejection.
Tyler Green.
Start counting those blocks, AJ.
That's what I'm doing.
D'Amico, a deep mid-range. Can't get it to fall. A scoring drought from both teams. 3 minutes into this game, 0-0. Ball is poked loose by Jacob Strain. but remains Windham ball. A good pass to the paint, but it's kicked back out. That's Green, who kicks it to Marquez. Marquez takes a floater, can't get it to fall. Out of bounds, last touch by a Whippet.
Number 23, Christian Russell.
And as the great E-Dog just said, Christian Russell steps in for the Wolverines. Still 0-0. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Russell. Thought about passing it to Strain, but decides not to. Russell and Merchant playing hot potato. Merchant takes a deep two and gets nothing but air on that as the offensive rebound goes to Russell. D'Amico drives, can't get a shot to go, and that is going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Windham ball. Neither of these teams just able to get a shot to fall, it seems. It's looking like back in my rec basketball days.
We're halfway through the first quarter.
Not a single point. Windham unable to get the layup. The open man is there. The shots are just not falling. The white jerseys are getting there fast. D'Amico drives. Russell. Strain pass to Merchant. Merchant takes the screen, but some good defense by Windham. Jacob Strain takes a three, and it won't fall. And the rebound's going to go to Windham. Great play by Holman. And Windham finally breaks the drought. The first points of the game coming off of a layup from Villafane. This could be the breakthrough that either team needed, or that Windham needed, I suppose.
I don't know, in this kind of sport, the second one shot falls, all of them start falling.
That's true. We could start seeing a barrage. It just depends on who. Merchant tries to spin, but that ball is poked loose, winds up in hands of the Whippets. Good pass, but it's picked off by D'Amico, who gets it to Jacob Strain, the ringmaster of this offense right now. Russell demanding for it. Gets ignored. Merchant drives, and it's going to be called on the floor. Stays Griswold ball, however. And it's about time. Well, a little late, actually, but the mask break. And the news has occurred to me that the fan cloth fundraiser has been extended. The deadline has been extended, so that gives all of you out there extra time to buy some Griswold gear.
This is great.
It
This
really
is just amazing. There are 3 days left, and I think I'm going to go home and buy something tonight.
I mean, yeah. There's just so many options to choose from. AJ's got the catalog right in front of him, and you can check out the catalog at fancloth.shop/MMVPR.
And there are only 3 days left.
Yeah, 3. And we're hearing from the booth that 24 more items will give the school double the amount of money that they are currently aimed at to get. So any purchase
24
helps.
more items.
It's Griswold gear. It's for a good cause. It's for the athletes, the student athletes. And there are a lot of options, over 20. So make sure you all get out there and rep that Griswold merch, especially if they start to make a deep run in these playoffs. As we're getting back in this game, Kyle Rude has checked in for the Wolverines. Strain inbounds to Russell. Tries to make a play with the big fella, Green. Rude takes a three, but it won't fall, but Jacob Strain is there for the rebound, as he always is. Jacob is great at getting those boards. High pass floated to Green, but his shot is not blocked. It's called a shooting foul. Tyler Green will go to the free throw line.
Imagine being able to say that. I blocked Tyler Green.
That's a feat. I'd put that on my fridge.
I'd put that on my resume.
Take a picture of me blocking Tyler Green, put that on my fridge. Oh yeah, resume. Tyler Green gets his first to fall. And, you know, free throws are always important, but when the game is within 2 points, or when your team has 0 on the scoreboard, it seems that they're all the more important. Tyler Green misses a second, but the ball winds back up in the hands of the Wolverines. Michael Strain winds up with it. Good screen by Green. The shot doesn't fall. And that's Villafane getting up there for the rebound.
He may not be super tall, but he can jump.
Yeah, he said, give me that. Michael Strain playing the defense. Marquez loses the ball, and it winds up in the hands of Russell, who's one-on-one on the fast break. Michael Strain gives it to Jacob, and Windham able to stop the fast break. Jacob Strain gets the screen, takes a shot, in and out. Can't get it to fall.
Oh, it might just be one of those days for Griswold, the in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
Just nothing can fall.
It seems every shot, and that is a clean block.
That is another block from Tyler Green.
Windham didn't seem to agree with that, but Tyler Green all over on defense today. The paint is his. Jacob Strain kicks it to Russell. Green gets double teamed, spins, and missed the shot. Winds up in the hands of Robinson Smay. A deep three from Windham. Another in and out. There might be a lid on the rim. I'm not going to lie. Jacob Strain gets the ball stolen in a fast break, and that is Villafane on the fast break, but the Griswold defense is able to get there. Villafane puts up a prayer. Can't get it to fall, but Robinson Smay puts up the second chance shot. 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Windham's up 4-1, a strange score to see in basketball, but right in front of your faces.
It's even weirder coming to the end of the first.
Yeah, you're telling me. Rude gives it to Strain. Strain. Green can't get the shot to fall. The Griswold offense seems to be trying to use Strain. Oh, and Jacob Strain pokes the ball loose. Good effort to stop the fast break. As I was saying, the Griswold offense seems to be trying to use Tyler Green's height, as I'm sure the coach is aware that he's by far the tallest kid on the court, like he is almost every game. Windham inbounds to Villafane. 17 seconds on the clock and counting. Holman. Robinson Smay takes a shot. Another in and out. 7 seconds on the clock. We're going to see what Griswold decides to do with it. Merchant puts up a shot, and it doesn't fall. That's going to wrap up the first quarter with a score of 4-1. You know, Windham seems to be in the lead, but not really by a lot.
No,
it seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot because they only scored a combined total of 5 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is something. Griswold's only shot coming off of a Tyler Green free throw, and Windham shots have come off of layups. So it's definitely something. I'm interested to see how this one plays out.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I mean, you never see this.
Yeah, and I believe Griswold is the higher seed, as they have actually 10 games on their schedule. I believe Windham was forced to not play Wheeler due to their COVID issues. So Griswold is the higher seed in this game, which is why it's at Griswold High School, of course. And we could possibly be seeing an upset on a day where there already has been an upset that ruined my March Madness bracket.
Oh, that was terrible. I think that ruined everybody's March Madness bracket.
Ohio State just couldn't hang with a 15 seed.
You know, that's the beauty of March Madness, is the upsets. It's not easy to create a winning bracket. Yeah. It's very rare.
I mean, they should start doing ECC brackets.
I would get in on that.
For $1 million reward, though?
No.
Maybe they'd give us a free T-shirt. That's a stretch.
Hat, maybe.
Anyways, as the second quarter begins, Griswold has the ball down 4-1. Only points coming off a free throw. They're definitely itching to put some points on. Neither team's shots have really been able to fall all night. Hurts to watch. But if you're a defensive-minded guy, you're loving this game. Guy or gal. Jacob Strain loses his dribble trying to work some magic, but he's persistent. Merchant in the corner. Drives to the elbow, can't get a shot to fall, and that is rebounded by Windham. Robinson Smay kicks it to Marquez, who's observing the court. A good screen. And man open in the corner. Shot falls. That's Villafane extending the Whippet lead to 6. Strain orchestrating his offense. Some good defense. Not a lot of guys are open. Tyler Green, the big fella, puts a shot over and puts back his shot. Second chance points. Tyler Green. Only a 4-point game. Like we were saying, you know, Windham's kind of in the driver's seat, but that can go away pretty quick in basketball. Those kind of leads. Villafane, his pass is, that ball is bouncing around, but still in the hands of Windham. And they're going to call that on the floor. Still Windham ball. That is D'Amico's first foul. Griswold comes in with a double team and forces a turnover.
And that was completely clean. They weren't being too handsy. They weren't using their. They were just trapped. He was trapped.
Yeah, Mangwall didn't really have an option other than to fall over. He had 2 young men on him. Strain gives to Merchant. Back to Jacob Strain. D'Amico goes back to the key. And the pass goes out of bounds. A little miscommunication there by the Wolverines. It's going to be Windham ball. Oh, and the game is, it's a 4-point game. You can't be giving up turnovers like that each side. Consecutive turnovers. A nice pass. But it
If only
winds
that
up
was
going,
the Tyler Green. Just boom.
finish the lob, yeah. Marquez puts up a 3. His 3 falls. 7-point lead by the Whippets. Windham's finally starting to take some threes and make them. Lucas Strain's shot is blocked by Marquez, who his pass bounces off the foot of Robinson Smay. And travel's called on Windham. Another turnover. This is a game of turnovers, but what's forcing those turnovers? It's the defense. I believe it's going to be a timeout, White.
You know what I can't wait for?
What can't you wait for?
This place to be packed again.
That is true.
These
I miss
games,
the atmosphere.
These games would be packed, and just right in front of us would be a whole bunch of students just loud and rowdy.
That's true, especially because once students wind up back in the gym, we have no plans on stopping the broadcast, and it would be especially great to have some more students be involved. So any of my classmates who are currently listening in to this broadcast, feel free to reach out. I can hook you up, man. All it takes is some basketball knowledge and the gift of gab, as Mr. Churchill calls it. And if you're interested, just you can email gspn@griswoldpublicschools.org. You know the domain because you have an account. Again, that's gspn@griswoldpublicschools.org.
I'm glad I got involved.
Oh yeah, same. It's really fun. 'Cause, well, A, it's free ticket to a basketball game. B, I get to talk about a basketball game, and C, I get to spend time with people who I care about. It's you, AJ.
Aw,
Love
thank you,
buddy.
Ryan. That means a lot to me.
But like you were saying, the environment would be a lot different with a band, cheerleaders, and the fans, of course. The Griswold student section.
The student section.
And Evan Merchant's pass just goes a little bit too high. That hit the corner of the
As I was saying before,
backboard.
Tyler Green got thrown. The student section just brings the energy.
Oh, it does. It does. Especially as, when they show up to football games, they really do. It makes a difference. Love hearing them get riled up.
And in the game for Windham,
Those of you just joining, we are about almost halfway through the second quarter. Windham leads 10-3. A low-scoring game, but some pretty good defense by both sides. A lot of forced turnovers. Those aren't silly mistakes. They're the effect of a good defense. And Windham's shot won't fall, but Robinson Smay is able to get his own miss. Marquez does a little pass fake, and that shot is blocked by Tyler Green. Tyler Green is counting up, and just as we're talking, Villafane intercepts a great pass.
Tyler Green's already on 4 blocks.
Intended for Merchant. I wouldn't be surprised if that number's up 4 before halftime. He's a menace. Pass to Robinson Smay. And he can't get the Euro step to fall. That was some pretty good space creating by him to get open as Lucas kicks it to Merchant, whose shot won't fall. Another missed shot by the Wolverines. A lot of their close shots just not falling. They might want to start testing that range because the close shots aren't falling. Villafane gives it to Robinson Smay. Pass is deflected by Strain, but remains with the ball. Robinson Smay takes a mid-range jumper, and Evan Merchant winds up with the rebound. D'Amico picks up his dribble and is forced to make a bad pass. That gets picked off by the Whippets, who get the fast break points. Those are what's going to win you basketball games as emotions are flaring by the Wolverines, who are down 9. And you know, so far in this first half, Windham's they've come out the better team. They're fast. Their shots are falling. Both teams are playing phenomenal defense. I'm surprised actually that a team has managed to break 10 because that first quarter was, 1-4.
Yeah, I mean, going into the second, we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't really know who was going to come out on top, but it's leaning towards Windham right now, and I know it's early. It's very early, but momentum is building up for the Whippets.
Like you said earlier, you said when one team starts scoring, they keep going, and the Whippets have not stopped scoring. AJ, who is the leading scorer for the Whippets as we speak?
As we speak, it is tied between Villafane and Marquez.
Both boys, I believe Villafane had a really nice three-pointer.
They both have 5.
Some good scoring nights.
And
from both
Tyler
boys.
Green is the leading scorer with 4 points. 3 points, sorry. 3.
Tyler Green, the only scorer tonight for the Wolverines. And I guess, that's where that seniority comes into play, because we've, for this entire team other than Green, this is everyone's first ECC playoff experience. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
So,
because last year these sophomores were robbed of it.
So, yeah, last year I believe one playoff game occurred before.
And they weren't even starters. They were on the bench.
Yeah.
Because you had guys like Andrew Koziel, CJ Matson.
Last year was a year of seniors, so these boys were limited on the one playoff game that occurred before COVID hit. So this is playoff experience is new to these boys, but
new at the high school level anyway. These boys they played together in middle school.
And Lucas Strain's pass just goes over the head of Green.
They played together in middle school and won many playoff games in middle school.
Yeah, the QVJC finals, I believe, their 8th grade year. But all hope is not lost. 9-point leads can vanish. And that call is going to be against the Wolverines.
On Jacob Strain.
Jacob Strain, that's his second foul of the night. And Villafane will go to the line. Oh, no. Ball's called on the floor. I could have sworn he was in the act of shooting, but I guess I'm wrong. And, Jacob Strain took charge there, puts his life on the line. I'm not even going to say his body. That was his life right there.
I mean, that's what Coach Molesky has been preaching all night long. You can hear him screaming from up here, take the charge, take the charge.
Yeah.
And he does, and he gets the call.
And he gets a breather, well-deserved. That did not sound nice, his body hitting the floor.
That's not a forgiving floor.
No, it's not. They heard that down in they probably heard that down in Windham High School. And in other ECC action, Plainfield has just beat Lyman 50-28. Some other good games happening in the area.
Clearly the opposite of the kind of game we're having here.
Yeah, a high-scoring game there. A clean block by Christian Russell, and that is going to go out of bounds. Windham not able to make way of the fast break. See, the Wolverines, they're playing good transition defense. I mean, both teams are. We've yet to see a lot of fast break shots. The Whippets got a layup off a fast break, but both teams just playing some lockdown defense. And they're going to call that on the floor. It's going to remain Griswold ball.
In the game for Griswold, number 4, Thomas Matson.
Matson steps in for Russell, who gets a breather. Only 2 minutes left, 2.5 in this first half of ECC basketball. Merchant drives, takes a layup. His finger roll will not fall. Winds up in the hands of Alex Lee. Victor Mejia drives, puts up a shot, gets it to fall over 3 defenders. 14-3 Windham. Lucas Strain running fast break. Able to keep the ball, and defensive foul called on Marquez. Devin Marquez gets called for his first foul of the night. Merchant's going to inbound this ball. Bounce pass to Rude, who gives it to Strain on the key. Nice bounce pass to Merchant, who can't get his shot to fall. A perfect setup, just not the result that they want. Coach is furious.
Oh, what a pass.
And a phenomenal pass and a phenomenal finish.
Jeez.
The Whippets are pulling away with this one, up 13.
That was some magic right there.
Defensive chance from the Windham bench. Rude takes a mid-range shot, doesn't fall, and Villafane getting higher than Tyler Green on the rebound. Some serious bunnies. Pass to Marquez. Takes a 3 with a hand in his face. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Windham. Offensive rebounds, that's the tail of the tape. A man left alone, and he travels. Cracks under the pressure. A minute left in this first half. The Wolverines starting to have their heads down a little bit. All hope is not lost. 13 points. 13 points, you have a half a basketball left. So I'm sure the halftime meeting for the Wolverines will be something extraordinary by Coach Molesky. And the Whippets will probably have an enjoyable one, as Villafane makes a great defensive effort to deflect the ball, but it goes out of bounds and remains Wolverine ball. Yes, only a week ago we saw the girls, and Lucas Strain puts a defender on the floor and gets the layup to fall.
Jeez.
There was some dead silence in this gym as Villafane hit the deck. Only a week ago, as I was saying.
If only we had replay.
That is true. The girls made a phenomenal comeback against, I believe, Woodstock Academy. It was really one to see. Sam Falco went nuts. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Marquez figuring out what to do. Gets a deep pass. Villafane, his shot is blocked, and another blocked shot. A 3 won't go. And as the first half comes to a close, Windham is up 16-5 on the Wolverines. Some good play as from the Wolverines. A little bit of life is still left. Windham hoping to stomp on that life, but the Wolverines are fighting. Still a half the basketball left. We will be back shortly. Please enjoy a clip from Senior Night as we honor Tyler Green, number 44, the big fella.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our 2021 Senior Night presentation. Our lone senior this year for the Wolverines is Tyler Green. He has been a tremendous leader for this young team, this young group. He has done a tremendous job with such a young cast of players to play with. Tyler's been a 3-year varsity member of this basketball team. He's also been a 3-year member of the soccer team, as well as a 2-year member of the baseball team. He's been a youth soccer coach, as well as a youth official. He's been a volunteer for our St. Mary's Food Pantry. And at this present time, his college choice is still undecided. Escorted by his parents, Jeff and Katie, here is Tyler Green.
And we're back. Time is ticking until the start of the second half of this ECC boys basketball game, first round of the playoffs.
If you notice, there's a minute left. Griswold has still not come out of the Aux gym.
Yeah, Molesky is definitely giving him a piece of his mind, but I'm sure they'll come back with some fire in their hearts as the Whippets enjoy their shoot around. And hopefully you all stayed and watched the footage of Tyler Green. Sad moment to see seniors go. He gave a lot to this team as the Wolverines proceed out of their half of the gym.
They look more alive than they did when they went out.
They do. I think they definitely they just gotta reel things in, and they gotta make some magic happen.
If you think about it, it's only 11 points.
I mean, that's 4 3-pointers. You know, it's like that.
It's quick.
3 3-pointers and a layup.
It could be quick.
4 3-pointers would give you the lead. And the second half is underway. The Whippets start with the ball as Marquez passes it to Villafane. Mejia passes, picked off down low. Jacob Strain wasting no time to get down court. The speedster, he makes the corner pass to Merchant, who tries to blow by a defender, but the ball is poked free. It's a good defensive effort by Mejia. Lucas Strain playing some lockdown defense. Another turnover. Both teams. Merchant puts up the finger roll. And the Wolverines wasting no time out of the locker room. Just like we were saying. Hopefully they can continue the scoring and get momentum on their side. The lane closes quickly, but the Whippets, pardon me, are able to get a layup on. Lucas Strain gives it to D'Amico, who takes a 3. His shot doesn't fall, but winds up in the hands of Strain, who gives it to Merchant. Merchant's 3 doesn't fall. Another offensive rebound, and Jacob Strain's putback points are good. 9 points by the Wolverines, already almost matching their total points in the first half. Less than a minute and a half into the third quarter. They're playing with fire in their hearts. Everything to lose for both teams. Only a 9-point lead by the Whippets. That ball is going to be dead on the floor. Some good sportsmanship by both sides. Villafane seems a little shaken up after the fall. Mejia gives the inbound to Villafane. Merchant playing some defense. Forces an air ball. And a high floater goes in by Marquez.
Jeez.
That shot almost hit the ceiling. You got to go high when Tyler Green's in the paint. He gets not only does he get the shot fall,
he also gets the foul.
He gets the foul and one. He's going to the line. Doesn't get the free throw. And that's going to be out of bounds. White ball.
Good knowledge by D'Amico to not go after that.
That's true. He thought about it, but I believe his teammates were yelling at him. So that was a good play. Let the ball go out of bounds. Take your time. Lucas Strain moving at the key, drives, gives it to Jacob. Merchant, a 3 from the key, in and out again.
Good board by Tyler.
D'Amico takes a 3. His shot falls. 12 points by the Wolverines, an 8-point lead by Windham. And a deep 3. It seemed Marquez was looking for a call, didn't get one. Lucas Strain ringing the ball up. You know, a 3-pointer would bring them within 5, and a 5-point game.
That's nothing.
When you're down, you can't ask for much more than 5 points. Well, I guess 4, 3, 2, or 1 point. But just as we're talking, the ball is poked free. Windham on a fast break. Mejia is unable to get The layup to fall. Open mid-range. Doesn't go. Ball back in the hands of Mejia. Takes the layup. And finally, Gavin D'Amico gets the shot. A couple of missed opportunities there from the Whippets. Some open shots that didn't fall. Lucas Strain, a step back. In and out again.
That looked good.
That was a good way to create space. The shot almost fell. But they're just, I don't know if they're playing on double rims or it's curved or the rim's smaller. Maybe they're playing with a girls' ball, so their accuracy is skewed, but something isn't right tonight for either teams. And the Whippets looking for a foul call again as Mejia took a dive after attempting the three, but no points. D'Amico takes a three. His shot won't fall.
Emotions are starting to flare up.
Oh, yeah.
The
Well,
Whippets know it's getting closer.
it's a playoff game. You know, there's not much you can do when, you know, they're high school kids. I mean, high school level basketball, it isn't a joke. And that's going to be an offensive violation called on Marquez. White ball.
Do you feel that?
I feel what?
The momentum shift?
Yeah, I mean, Griswold
Everything was going right for the Whippets.
in the first half, but
And all of a sudden, everything's going wrong.
Tyler Green, 3 bodies on him. Russell takes a three, doesn't fall, but Rude gets up there to get the rebound. Russell, back over to Rude. Rude thinks about driving. Green, a reverse layup, doesn't fall, and into the hands of the Whippets. And Marquez going through the entire Griswold defense, unable to put a shot on target. He was putting himself in there as Russell drives, puts up a layup and gets it to go.
Christian Russell.
Christian Russell puts himself on the scoring chart for the night.
I noticed a difference in this team's progress when they go from giving the ball to 2 guys to sharing the ball all the way around.
Marquez's elbow shot doesn't fall. The scrappy rebounder, Jacob Strain, gives it to Russell. Russell takes a three. Won't fall, but the ball is fought over, but inevitably goes to Windham. Jumper from the free throw line. Doesn't fall.
I'd like to see Evan Merchant get on a roll here.
Mr. Stan that he drives, and I believe he draws a foul. A little bit of a blocking foul on the floor. As Griswold, a little change in the lineup. 3 boys go out, 3 boys come in.
Number 10, Gavin D'Amico.
Tyler Green, the big fella, takes a seat.
And we got one more somewhere.
Oh, and it's that time of the quarter.
Guess what time it is?
It's the mask break.
You know what that means?
AJ, show us that catalog.
Man, we got everything.
We really do. We got hoodies, tank tops, T-shirts. I believe there's some nice quarter zips there too.
There are. Those are your favorite, aren't they?
Yeah, they are quarter zips. I love my quarter zips. I love windbreakers, T-shirts, customizable hoodies, customizable T-shirts, numbers and names.
Let's see, we got one right here, number 22.
And the deadline was extended. You have 3 more days to purchase your Griswold fan cloth gear. That's at fancloth.shop/MMVPR. It's for a great cause. So make sure you get out there, buy your gear, and hopefully if these boys can up 6 more points and they're back into this game, hopefully they can make a deep run in the ECC playoffs. The girls play tonight at 7. Hopefully both teams come away with a victory. Jacob Strain gets the inbound and puts up a layup. A little bit too much time in the weight room as it bounces into the hands of Holman. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to wind up staying the Wolverines' ball. And Tyler Green's rest is cut short as he's already back in the game. Strain on the inbound. Gives it to the big fella who puts up a
And
shot.
one.
And one.
Tyler Green.
Tyler Green gets a chance to make it a 5-point game at the free throw line. It's a whole lot of muscle. A whole lot of height, too. His shot is short. Windham makes no waste of the fast break. Marquez grabs his own miss as some Wolverines hit the deck.
What was that? That looked like a charge to me. I don't know.
Yeah, but, you know, our eyes are a little bit better than the referees. Marquez, ball's tipped up, but they're going to call that a foul. It's going to go on Jacob Strain, his third foul. Like we were just saying, I guess our eyes are a little bit worse than the refs.
I guess so. I mean, wow.
You know, I'm no official, but
You should be. I'd like to see that.
nah, I've got too much emotion to be an official. Pass is inbounded, goes to Villafane, and the ball is toyed around with, but goes out of bounds and stays Windham ball. Hallman inbounds to Marquez, and
No way.
the officials are going to talk about this, I think, but it's going to go out of bounds, that ball, and stay Windham possession. Little interesting sequence of calls.
In the game from Griswold, number 23, Chris Russell.
Christian Russell checks in for Lucas
We're going
Strain.
to have to take out Lucas. I think he's at 4.
Yeah, Lucas Strain is at his 4th foul. I didn't really see a call there, but again, I'm not an official. Lucas Strain is in foul trouble with 4. That's definitely going to impact the Wolverines' chance at a comeback. They brought this back to within 4. I mean, they were down quite a bit. I saw the surprised look on your face when I said 4. That must catch you off guard. Only 4. A 3-pointer really makes it a tight game. I'm sure the Whippets are sweating a little bit as Mangual makes a nice layup over the big fella.
If you think about it,
Merchant open for 3. Can't get it to go as the ball bounces off the head of Tyler Green. Marquez, 1 on a million in a fast break.
gets
His
the charging
layup won't
call.
fall, but
Gets the charging call.
the shot doesn't matter because, yep, Griswold drew a charge. It's that kind of extra defensive effort that's going to give you the edge in a close game. Hopefully that defensive effort can pay off in some points. Some bickering going on by both sides. Like you mentioned earlier, emotions flaring in a playoff game. Russell double teamed, gives the pass to Strain. I don't think he thought the pass was for him. A miscommunication as it's going to be Windham ball. Turnover after turnover. AJ, it's getting a little abundant with all the turnovers. There's so many.
There are a lot of turnovers. I should have kept track of those.
You probably would have lost count. And Jacob Strain comes away with the ball and hits the deck. There's a wrestling match going on.
About time there's some wrestling in this gym.
Greco-Roman wrestling going on, I think. Jacob Strain tried to use the judo throw. Get in the full guard. I don't know if that was correct. I don't.
We can ask
I
Aiden.
watch a little bit of UFC, but that's I watch MMA. That's about it. But it's going to remain Windham ball. Villafane, the offensive facilitator of the Whippets, as he kicked ball, I believe. That's going to be white ball. The Windham coach is furious as Marquez gets called for his 3rd foul of the night. Coach might want to take it down a notch before he gets called for a tech. 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Merchant drives and his shot is blocked. And it's going to stay white ball. Last touch by Windham. Still a very low-scoring game. I mean, obviously there's been more points in this third quarter than the first half combined.
This is going to be a close game coming to the finish. I can feel it now. It's going to come back. It's going to come down to a last 10-second thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's tight. It's a close game, 6 points. Third quarter's coming to a close. In relevance to the first half, an offensive explosion, but I mean, you're looking at a combined score of less than 40.
Which normally this Griswold team puts up around 40.
Yeah. Any high school basketball team, usually points are between 40 and 50. 5 seconds left. Jacob Strain going to have to make a decision. Merchant takes the corner three. Doesn't get it to fall. Shot would have made it a three-point game, but they're going to have to wait till the fourth quarter to continue their comeback.
This is a nail-biter.
It is. It really
I'm
is.
starting to feel the butterflies.
Windham technically the lower seed. It would be an upset if they win. But we'll just have to see. 8 minutes left of basketball, still to play.
Coming into this point of the game, with the kind of game we've had, we have to start looking at fouls, as we were talking a little bit this past quarter.
Oh, certainly. I
mean,
Lucas Strain is in foul trouble right now.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, you have Marquez one foul away from being in foul trouble.
You're right. Definitely something to keep track of as this game continues. How are the leading scorers from each team looking like, AJ?
It's looking like from Windham, it is Marquez. And from Griswold, I cannot really tell, to be honest. They're all over the place. It's still looking.
So what you're saying is Griswold's passing the rock around.
Yes,
they're focusing on the ball movement.
It's Tyler Green. As of right now, it is still Tyler Green with 5. That shows you how they're moving the ball around.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get everyone involved. And I mean, if they keep playing like that third quarter, maybe they'll get something out of it. Definitely don't want to see the boys' season end tonight.
Definitely not.
Win or go home for both teams. 8 minutes left of basketball. The fourth quarter starts. And the slightly open door is telling me that the sun is going down. It's going to be a sad evening for one of two teams in this gym tonight. Jacob Strain gets Villafane on the screen, but the pass is picked. Holman driving on the fast break, puts up a layup and doesn't get it to fall. Jacob Strain winds up with the rebound. Tyler Green, the big fella,
at the top of
gives
the key.
it to Jacob Strain, who drives, takes a layup, and it won't fall, but Kyle Rude gets the rebound. Kyle Rude gets his own rebound again. Jacob Strain puts up a mid-range shot, doesn't get it to fall. Air ball, rebound by Meiha. Whippet's ball. That was a very fast.
You're looking a little red.
I'm out of breath. I had my track practice today. I'm a little worn. That was a fun sequence. Surprisingly, no points came off of it, however. It was just fast. It's a track meet. Villafane trying to put some work on. Griswold seems to be in a man defense right now. And the Windham attacker, Holman, had his foot on the line. His foot stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Griswold ball. Turnovers late stage in the game. They could cost you. Jacob Strain brings the ball up. Lucas Strain not on the floor, though. They probably wait to use him due to the foul trouble. Tyler Green gets the ball in his hands, and like a planet, he gets some gravity. He pulls in 4 defenders the second that ball goes into his hands.
And now he himself, I believe, is in foul trouble. Jacob Strain.
Jacob Strain. Oh, that is Jacob Strain's 4th foul right there. Not good for the Wolverines.
It's either 3rd or 4th.
Marquez. Ball's poked loose. Jacob Strain on the fast break. 1-on-2. He puts a layup and gets it to go. Gets it through some good defense. A little behind the back move. Love to see it from Jacob.
I've noticed that's his favorite move.
The behind the back. That's every high school baller's favorite move. Villafane moving the offense around. Gives it to Holman, who gives it to Marquez. Back to Villafane. Puts up a floater pass.
Is that a block or a steal? Or
Double call to steal by Tyler Green. Jacob Strain gives a pass and a screen, but unable to get the open shot. Christian Russell puts a move on, looking like a fullback right there as he got space but couldn't make the layup. Villafane steps out of bounds. It's going to be white ball. He dove for it, and he sadly didn't get there. Lots of hustling, lots of effort from both sides.
looks like they are going to take out Jacob Strain, put in Tommy Madsen just in case.
Yeah, neither Lucas or Jacob on the floor, which is a rare sight. Evan Merchant takes a three, and it doesn't fall.
It's going to be a full timeout from the Whippets.
Full timeout by Windham. 4-point game. Neither team looking extra advantageous. Is that a word? Advantage. Neither team has.
Why are you asking me?
That's true. I'm the one in the AP class, AJ.
That is very true.
Neither team having a huge advantage in momentum as we speak, but both teams hustling and really giving it their 110% in the last 5 minutes of this game. And this game will be the last game of either one of these teams' seasons. So gotta leave everything on the court, especially if you're a senior tonight.
Definitely.
You know the feeling of watching your seniors go out. Not a fun experience.
Seen it 3 times.
Yeah, it's not fun seeing the seniors leave.
No, it is not.
Especially in a loss. You do not want to see that. I mean, in football, it's a little less common. There's no ECC playoff for football. Obviously, that would probably extend the season to February.
Definitely.
There's only states, and trying to make CIAC states in football is no easy feat. You got to be a top 8 team in your class, in your size class, and
most of the time, if you go 8-2,
you can go 8-2 and miss. You
Yeah.
can. It's happened. At least in Class S. Class S, there are about 35 teams. You got to be top 10 in that. It's not
in football.
Not easy.
In football, you don't realize how good Class S schools are around here.
Oh yeah, people, they get discredited a lot, but teams have, like Plainfield, for example. I have to give them credit. Have made Class S states twice in a row. Lost to Ansonia both times, but I mean Ansonia is a historically good football school. And Meija hits a 3, puts the lead up to 7 points for the Whippets. Merchant puts a shot up, gets it to fall, but the ball is called dead. It's going to be called on the floor. That's Meija's first foul of the night. Madsen gives it to Merchant. Griswold's going to need some threes to fall if they want to win this game or have any shot at coming back. Merchant, some great defense, and a push off by Merchant. He threw the elbow up there.
Hey, I don't know about you. That looked like a little bit of a flop.
Merchant extended the arm, so they're going to call that every day. Villafane taking the ball up for the Whippets. Merchant avoids the screen. Villafane, some fast feet as his layup puts the lead to 9. A scary sight for the Wolverines. Do not want to go down double digits in the fourth quarter. Christian. D'Amico to Madsen. Madsen on the key. To Green, the pass goes out of bounds. Another turnover by the Wolverines, and in comes Michael Strain and Kyle Rude. This is the point in the game where you want to see the starter. You want to see Lucas and Jacob from your starting 5 out there, but foul trouble forces them out. And that very well could be the downfall of the Wolverines season right here. Good defensive effort by Michael Strain. And the Whippets able to get a timeout just in time.
That's good timeout timing.
Villafane had to throw that ball. Almost might have been between Michael Strain's legs. But he's able to get a timeout called. and keep possession of the ball. So AJ, update us all on who is the Whippets' leading scorer, as they obviously have a handful of points on him.
It is still Marquez.
Devin Marquez has been having himself a night. How many points does he have? Counting the tallies up.
7.
7 points for Marquez. It has definitely been the Marquez and Villafane show for the Whippets.
Yeah, Villafane and Marquez both have 7.
They're both, both playing at the guard. They both have a fine set of hair, too. Some nice afros. They're really leading that offense, making plays, and the rest of the team's just following suit. Or both teams have been playing some good defense. Although maybe when it's all said and done, we'll look at the turnover numbers rather than the defense, and we'll wonder, was it sloppy play or was it good defense? I like to think it was good defense.
Yeah, you can force turnovers.
Yeah, certainly. I mean,
I have seen some sloppy passes though.
yeah, sloppy passes here and there, but really it's just been, engaged, quick reaction time from both defenses, not really allowing any player to get open drives to the basket, not allowing any open threes. The threes we've seen have either been of NBA range or with a hand down their throat.
Yeah.
Villafane almost gets trapped as the pass is picked off by Michael Strain. Perfect positioning down low. Evan Merchant does a little half spin and gives it to Rude. Christian Russell, defended by Holman. Michael Strain. Merchant. Gives it to Rude in the corner, who floats it up to Tyler Green and puts a layup up.
And one.
And one. Another layup. Foul combination and one for Tyler Green. He goes to the line for the 3rd time tonight.
Here comes the Strain brothers.
Yep.
We're at 4.
Lucas and Jacob are back in this game with 3.5 minutes left. Tyler Green's free throw does not fall, but an offensive rebound by the Wolverines. But the putback point doesn't fall, and Merchant gets a hand on that pass. Jacob Strain thought about taking the shot, but winds up giving it to Lucas. They want to make some magic happen. It's a 7-point game. Tyler Green draws in the Army.
Takes
and
another
foul drawn by Green. That's going to be Mangwal's. Oh, sorry, the call was on Marquez. Marquez, 3rd foul of the night. Both teams, a lot of fouls as Tyler Green returns to the free throw line and sinks a shot. 6-point game.
Tyler Green's now at 8.
Tyler Green is probably feeling the pressure of the world, potentially his last game at Griswold High School. Free throw line, 3 minutes left, down by 6. Goes 1 for 2. Marquez taking his time as he crosses the half-court line. Gives it to Villafane, who's double-teamed. Merchant comes up with the ball. Jacob Strain gives it to Merchant on the fast break. Merchant's layup goes and one!
This is momentum shift.
You're right. Lucas and Jacob come in, and they were a spark. 4-point game with Evan Merchant at the line. Michael Strain gets checked in.
Is it true?
The 3 Strain brothers all at the same time. This is the secret weapon.
It is.
Merchant can't hit his free throw. 3 missed free throws over the last couple of minutes. That could be the tail of the tape. The missed free throws might result in a loss for the Wolverines if they don't put some more points on the board. And I thought I saw a little bit of a travel there from Meja, but I'm not an official. And Marquez's tough layup falls. A 6-point game, 2:20 left. Merchant drops a guy. And it's going to be Windham's ball. Offensive foul called on Merchant. That's his third. All of the Wolverines seemingly in foul trouble. Kyle Rude checks in for Michael Strain with 2:17 left in this game. 6-point lead by the Whippets. They've done a good job at keeping the lead, even though it's come pretty close at certain times. The ball goes to Marquez, who gives it to Meja, who almost loses the ball. Lucas Strain tries not to get the foul called as a timeout's called because Lucas Strain cannot afford another foul.
No, that was close. He had his arms
It was
around
very
him and
close.
kind of just
He made
backed him up
he made a
quickly.
smart move to back up. You're right. It was very, very knowledgeable of him to be aware of his foul problems. Two minutes remain in this game. Oh, it's close. 6 points. A big 3-point shot would really put the Wolverines in a pretty good position, but got to give credit to the Whippets. They're in the driver's seat right now.
And they're playing great defense.
Yeah, they've responded to every clutch shot that the Wolverines have put up. They've answered the. I mean, I don't know who's winning the turnover battle, but it's probably pretty even.
Oh,
As
definitely
It
even.
is a pretty even game. Only 6 points separating.
6 points in the first quarter would have seemed like a lot.
That is true. It was 1-4 at the end of that.
Look where we are now.
Yeah. 29-23. It's a hot one. It's a hot one. Getting nervous.
Me too.
Trying not to show my bias, but I'm hoping the Griswold boys can pull out.
This is Griswold
victory.
Sports Network, so
I'm allowed to.
and we are selling Griswold merch.
I'm allowed to have my biases. Marquez inbounds a high pass, broken up by Strain, and another Strain hustles. A great defensive play. Merchant open, puts up a layup, gets it to fall. 25-29 with 1:50 left. A great play. Great is an understatement for the effort that was just put up by the Wolverines on defense. Another broken up pass and steal. Jacob Strain floats one up, picked off by Marquez, who hits the deck. And they're going to call it a jump ball. Jump ball, it's going to stay Windham possession. 4 points separating these teams with 1:30 left.
Timeout, Coach Molesky.
Coach Molesky takes the timeout.
I'm sweating a little bit over here. I'm
sure the folks at home are really. Yeah, I hope you're all on the edge of your seats right now, because I am. I've stood up a couple times just in this fourth quarter.
Ooh.
It's a nerve-wracking game. I'm scared. My voice is. I'm going up into tenor range. That's how you know. That's how you know I'm getting into it.
I saw your legs shaking a little bit earlier doing the old bouncy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, basketball just riles me up. Yeah, any sports, any competition riles me up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a competitive guy. I don't like losing.
No, you don't.
No, I don't like losing. Back in action. 1:30 left in this game. A 4-point lead for the Whippets.
They're going to want to take their time here.
That is true. Definitely don't force anything crazy. Marquez in the corner gives it to Villafane, who rockets a pass. Some physical play, and I believe that's going to be a defensive foul called on Green, who was getting a little bit too physical. But when there's a minute 18 or a minute 17 left in your senior season, you're going to get physical. But that foul is going to put going to put them in the bonus. And he's going to the free throw line. Robinson-Smay can't get a shot to fall. Rebound goes to Merchant. Lucas Strain drives, but his pass is broken up. Not the kind of turnovers you need with a minute left. A 4-point lead by Windham. They're going to take their time. Nice pass to Robinson-Smay. And a foul on the floor. That's going to send the Whippets to the line. Robinson-Smay is going to shoot the free throws.
That's only a second foul. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Because if
I
he goes,
suppose, especially with the high school rules where if you miss your first free throw, it's a live ball. And it
which
is.
has been the case now twice here.
Merchant comes up with the rebound. These are opportunities you can't miss. And the layup falls. That's Meija. Get the fast break layup. 46 seconds left, a 6-point lead. Jacob Strain takes the mid-range and it falls.
2-point basket by
4-point game.
Once again, it's a 4-point game.
The problem here for the Wolverines is they have been playing catch-up this entire game. They get a great play, the Whippets get a great play. The Whippets get a turnover, and the Wolverines are just unable to capitalize on any turnover and any mistakes that Windham's making. It's just, that's been the tale of it. It's been a fairly even game in almost every column. You know, only 4 points separating these teams. It's been a 4-point game for the last 25 minutes. But neither team really able to capitalize on any missed opportunities, but Windham's just had the edge. It's been a game of catch-up. I had ketchup on my burger today for lunch and mayonnaise. I tried mayonnaise on my burger.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I heard from, I'm trying to think who it was. It might have been Mrs. Kane. I feel like she wouldn't say that. One of my teachers told me to try. I did, and I liked it.
It's not bad.
I mean, if I could put any condiment on a burger, I'm going to put some Big Mac sauce on my burger because I think it's a superior condiment for a burger. Not sponsored by McDonald's, by the way.
Not sponsored. Wouldn't that be sick?
Getting some updates early in the girls' game for the Wolverines. Plainfield is up 11-2. Also are in round 1 of an ECC tournament. Hopefully the girls can turn the tide in that one.
Like the boys did here.
Yeah, it's tight. They were down as much as almost double digits, I believe.
I think it did hit double digits.
If I remember correctly.
I think it hit it was 13 at one point.
Marquez is going to take some shots.
Believe it should be just one.
But the officials in the scoring table are conversating.
And he does get 2.
Some Wolverines are waiting for a line change. Oh, he's getting 2. Marquez doesn't get his first to fall as Michael Strain, Gavin D'Amico, and Jeff Stuvenich step out, letting Tyler Green, Lucas Strain, and Jacob Strain step in. 40 seconds left. Marquez's shot doesn't fall, goes 0 for 2 at the line. Tyler Green gets the rebound. Kyle Rude gives it to Lucas Strain. Drives, his layup doesn't go, but Tyler Green's putback doesn't go. Windham's gonna hold on to the ball, 24 seconds left. And that's gonna be called, but that foul is going to send Marquez to the free throw line to take some shots. Missed free throws. They are putting a W on a silver platter for Griswold, but Griswold has been unable to capitalize on the mistakes of the Whippets.
Didn't I call it was going to be a close game at the finish?
Marquez misses again.
It's almost like they want Griswold to win, leaving that door wide open.
He finally sinks one, makes it a 5-point game with 20 seconds left. Lucas Strain gives it to Merchant, who takes a 3. Doesn't fall. Winds up in the hands of Villafane, who takes a shot on the way down. I believe it was a low blow shot. Ooh, got a feel for him there.
And there goes Lucas Strain. Is now fouled out of the game.
That is correct. Lucas Strain is,
These next 13 seconds will be the longest 13 seconds of your life.
I'm sure. Thankfully, Villafane is walking after the shot to the nether regions. Lucas Strain steps out. Currently 4 players on the floor, I believe. Coach Molesky's trying to figure out what to do. Or maybe he's not out. No, he's still on the floor. Villafane's shot is no good. And the officials are discussing with coach. I believe Lucas is fouled out of the game. They're asking for a sub. Little heated discussion between the official and coach. They're not understanding each other. Coach pleading his case.
Don't know if there's much to plead.
Well, according to coach, he was unaware that Lucas had been fouled out of the game. Christian Russell will step in for the last 13 seconds of this game. Villafane will take his second free throw. And he misses. Jacob Strain, 10 seconds remaining, loses the ball, and Windham's going to want to hold this one as Griswold, of course, tries to draw a foul. Going to send the Whippets to the line. 4 seconds left.
And Jacob Strain was the one to foul, so now he is also fouled out.
Painful to watch. As at this rate, I think if one of these shots falls, it's probably done for the Wolverines. Not much you can do with 4.2 seconds. I believe, again, we're waiting on a sub for the fouled out Strain. Suvenance will step in.
That's who you want in right now.
That is true. All hope is not lost when Jeffson. Villafane sinks it. It's a 6-point lead.
It's a chance for OT at this point.
Won't go. The Windham coach instructing his boys to not play defense, don't foul. The time will expire. Merchant hits a nice shot, but it doesn't mean anything. Time expires. The Whippets defeat the Wolverines 33-30 to advance in the ECC Boys Basketball Tournament. A sad night for the Wolverines as their season comes to a close. Respect to Tyler Green, who gave this season his all, and last season playing varsity. Hate to see your seniors go out on a loss, but you can't win them all. And most of these boys, they'll be back next year and the year after. So there isn't too much to worry about. Got to keep your heads up.
These boys are competing at ECCs as sophomores.
That is true. That's not something a lot of people can say. For the Whippets, however, they will relish this victory as they proceed in the tournament. Great game played by them. Great effort. Griswold just wasn't able to capitalize on the mistakes that they made. And good luck to the Windham boys that they make a good run in the ECC tournament. And for all of you viewers who are still here, be sure to head over to SNSN Radio as they are currently broadcasting the girls basketball game, which is being played away. That's also round 1 of the girls ECC basketball tournament. And this is ECC basketball on GSPN. I'm Ryan Pillow. This is AJ Hamill. We are Happy as always to bring you this broadcast. Thanks for joining, and we will see you next time.